dun, dun, dun. Guys, welcome back to the Oasis. Can you believe it? Look at this. Somebody's almost ready to turn the power on to the waterfalls. I'm super excited to be introducing you to the next 3 episodes. I wish I could tell you exactly what's gonna happen. So much stuff has gone on and is going on. Patio work, plant work, boulder work, log work, irrigation, gas lines, you name it. We've been doing it out here. It's like a spider web of stuff under the ground, and we're starting to dust off the flowers on top. You guys enjoy the ride. I'm trying to do as much teaching and sharing as I can. Like, comment, subscribe, ask us down there in the comments stuff that you want to know more about. I'll try to create content suited specifically to our viewers. Guys, thanks for joining the Adams family, the creation of the Oasis, where we are turning my plain vinyl siding house into the most amazing aquatic paradise that you have ever seen. Stay tuned. So just a quick update on what's going on. We've been walking around and checking things out this morning. We're getting ready to button up some of the madness that we've uncovered. So we've got some drainage issues. Brendan's over here, he's working on some conduits. We just thought about, you know, finish line would be perfection for us, and I thought I need outlets under my trees so that we can do Christmas lights and decorations and that sort of thing. So we're working on getting a trencher, we're working on getting a locator so that we can come out here, find the existing power lines, move some juice around. So it's just cleanup time. We got a lot of these little things. We got the overflow is almost completely installed. These guys were in here ditching for a couple days through this horrible soil to get a nice gravity flow going out of here. They got that taken care of a little while back. We're working on a plan for putting in some channel drains over here because we've got all this water off the side of the house, everything off the patio. It's all sheeting down right straight into the bottom of the basin down here. And I don't want all of that water running off into our koi pond water. So we're gonna handle some drainage. We're gonna handle an overflow. We're handling conduit. These guys just got a bunch of stuff going on. I'm gonna go inside and work on the inside of the Oasis and put some more stones on the wall. So it's kind of a mess in here as usual, but natural stone and wood. You always hear me say we build things out of natural stone and wood. Well, that applies to the inside of the Oasis. So this is actually gonna be the guest area when we get finished, and it's right inside from those sliding glass doors. I'm gonna walk out of this area right to that awesome waterfall out there. But this is Colorado Creek stone that we've been putting on the wall in here, and that takes me back to the Colorado project. We've got stones from various projects built into the wall, things that we've collected. I've been hand cutting these Indian Creek stones that match, so we got a nice, I'm going for a river bottom look here. Beautiful barn wood on the back wall, natural stone and wood, guys. It applies inside and out to the entire Oasis concept. So the house is the Oasis. The experience here is the Oasis. The water feature is the watering hole. I just want to talk a little bit about the overflow on this thing. Every time I do a water feature, I manipulate my process a little bit, and I think Cody's going to take this one to the next level. So one of the biggest issues that I frequently have is that no matter how we situate the overflow, it gets full of leaves, and then it runs over the top. The whole importance of an overflow on a water feature is so that the water doesn't raise up above the liner and go over the liner and underneath and create a bubble in the bottom. So what we've decided to manipulate it this time, we're going to do a bulkhead fitting through here, and he's putting on a piece of seam tape on both sides. So it's going to be super thick, very reinforced. That bulkhead fitting is going to get stuck in there, and then the last thing that I'm going to have him do is he's going to put a piece of pipe in on the inside of the liner that runs into our snorkel pipe here. And what that's going to do is that piece is going to be perfectly level. The water level goes up and down in the snorkel pipe the same as everywhere else, but it's pre-filtered by all the rocks and gravel back here. So the water, by the time it gets in there, is clean. My concept is this is going to stop this overflow from being able to get clogged up. That's what's going to make it special. we'll report back to you guys after we get this thing all finished up and let you know if it works or not.
Big smile across my face. We used to dance our way to church on Sundays. Mama set the pace. Daydreamer, kidnap me. Take me back, all the way back to them days. Running around in a gown and a crown, barefoot.
So one of the things about the patio area that we had, now that we're creating this massive outdoor living space, is that when you start plopping furniture out here, it gets tight real fast. So I started asking myself, how can we maximize the space that we have with this organic flagstone edge that's blending in? So here we go with the spray paint again, and I just want to walk you through what the plan is with this. So team's going to pull out the log. We got this orange line. We're just going to expand into the ground and keep cutting into this edge. So the flagstone is going to be sporadic all the way around the outside edge, but we're making space so that we can basically have furniture in these places, like where the boulders are right now. This would be a great spot for a couple of benches, I think. And you're kind of in the shade of this tree, and you don't kill your walk-through space. So old pavers, I like them, I don't love them. I just figure this is an opportunity for us to mix all this up. Again, make it a little more organic, less contrived feeling in here. They're going all the way up to the log over there, so we're gonna get a lot more expansion. I don't know what the exit plan looks like. For now, we're just gonna work our way out and get into this tree area. Once we get in here, that's gonna allow me to basically finish all of this bottom section out. I've been in and out of town, in and out of state, in and out of country, and we just been picking at this thing. I'm not getting any huge strides done. But let me tell you what the challenge is. The challenge is having a huge team in here. We can get a lot of bulk work done. We get a lot of big things done. But if you know us and you followed our work, our thing is super high level of detail. And that's what I have the most fun with, is all of this extra stuff. It is so hard to get that done with the massive crowd, because you really need to just pick a spot and spend a lot of time perfecting these little areas. That's how we create all of the spots that I'm going to walk you through. I want to show you individually the different things that we've been doing that'll kind of get lost in the big picture, but they take a lot of time, and the team's been just putting in efforts here. So like in this wall over here, this was done a while back, but coming in and digging out gravel along the outside of these flagstones and putting in the ground covers, filling every little crevice with pieces so that this thing is going to grow up and be super beautiful and organic when it's done. It just needs to look like a mountainside, this big rock slide that we just patioed right up to. Speaking of patio, Hunter's famous for his patios now because of what we did at the Aquascape sandbox video. So I'll throw a link into the sandbox video up there somewhere if you guys haven't seen that. It was a fun week for us, and it inspired us to do this. So we had this pre-existing square paver, rectangular paver patio when we started. And as we finish our construction, I'm like, hey Hunter, why don't you recreate what we did at the Aquascape sandbox and do this transition? Because when you come out of the house from the inside, everything's square, rectangular, man-made, very contrived, and you walk out and then it goes into this cobblestone patio, also man-made, very contrived, and it like transitions through the flagstone right into the log and then organic. So it's just like this nice easy blend. But all of these things took a lot of time. The guys had cut in each and every paver individually. Just a lot of love goes into creating this visual effect right here. It's not something that you can just slam in a day like throwing down pavers. Not the same at all. There's much more level of details. And getting in the back in here, doing drainage system underneath. There's a drain back here. We're very careful as we're doing the construction so that the water that runs off the patio doesn't run right into the reservoir. So they designed in this, started with the drain back there against the house. The drain lines run along. We install this channel drain right here, so it's actually all pitched towards me and a little bit this way. So this side of the patio runs into this drain, which joins together with the overflow that we installed and goes away. So now we can do all of the things that we need to do to maintain and clean a paver patio or a stone patio without washing that into what's eventually going to be the water that our fish and our grandkids are swimming in. So it keeps the chemicals separated, takes care of the runoff. I think a lot of people overlook drainage and whatnot, but lots gone into that. That's just kind of behind the scenes. The detail of the log, coming in here and doing the edge work. These guys cut such beautiful lines along the edge of the log, and the opportunity for me to come back in and plug in moss and sedums and all these different things in different areas. I'm just trying a bunch of stuff to see what's going to thrive. This is north facing, so all of the moss in this waterfall is going to do exceptionally well as time goes on. But it's like out here in the patio, what's going to be too hot, what's going to be too dry. There's not a lot of soil in there, so I just mix different kind of steppable ground covers through there to see which ones are the happiest, and then we'll spread those out later.
It's just a brand new business cards. They're made of stone, natural stone and wood.
So extra, but that'd be so cool.
Oh man.
Blackbird inside your chest calls on you to cry. You decided it was time for him to fly.